Good afternoon, race fans, and welcome to the show. Tonight we got a good one here, race number 9 of the BG Graphix 802 Late Model Stock Series tonight at the Southern National Raceway. It's going to be a good one here because next week is a season finale at Richmond, so you won't want to miss that, as tonight we got our standard order of racing procedure here. We got our qualifying coming up here in just a few seconds. Then, of course, we got our heat races, 10 laps to decide with an invert. And then, of course, the main event, 50 laps for these guys to decide who makes it down to victory lane tonight. We have a lot of repeat winners in the field here tonight. But could we see a new one? We'll have to wait and see as we get ready to rock and roll here to the qualifying here tonight, as it looks like we have 7 cars on the premise at the moment, but we'll wait and see who ends up showing on up as we get our first car out on the speedway. That is the 49 machine, that being piloted by Jake Grout. Grout off of turn number 4 on the high side, getting that thing wound up. The 49 machine is on the clock. He'll dive it down, not quite to that white line. We'll have to see how that affects that time, but we'll see what Grout can do. As about a car length up, but on the loud pedal there aggressively, he slides up right to the wall. Grout, lap number 1 in the books. He puts down a 14.62, just beats out Logan Powers as Stephen Rockford on the clock. He will go. Not a great lap time from the 66 machine, our points leader, coming in here too tonight. We'll have to see what he can do off of turn number 4 as Rockford does improve to P number 3 with a 14.68. Right now, quick time 14.62 as we get some more cars out on the speedway. Now it's Scott Rockford in the 77 machine. We'll see what Scott can do here. He's on his first time lap. Able to get that thing right down to that bottom side. 77 lap number 1, 14.93. So he's looking for a little bit of time here on lap number 2. Scott Rockford off of turn number 4 for the final time here in qualifying. He will improve his lap time, but it won't be good enough to jump up any spots. He sits P number 5 here at the moment, as we have 2 cars now not hit the track just yet. So we'll give him a few moments here to get out on the speedway if they want. If not, we'll run over, of course, tonight's race information, as this series is presented by the BG Racing Graphics. Be sure to check them out if you want a sweet wrap. They do a great job. A lot of the field out here tonight has some BG stickers on their cars. Also, some other sponsors we got to give a shout out to is the Biggest Mover Award, that being presented by Out of the Woods Crafts, Riptide Radio, the seas, the sights, the sounds of the sea there in the Carolinas. They sponsor the random cold hard cash given out to some drivers from their qualifying times. And then, of course, post-race presented by Sim Racing Podcast with Greg Driass. Be sure to tune into that each week as he dives into some of the most important sim racing topics we have. As it looks like we do get another car on the premise, the 4 machine, the BG Graphix entry, Brandon Guerin. Looks like he rolls in just in time here towards the end of qualifying, but we'll be right back on the other side with some heat racing action. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, folks.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Alrighty, qualifying, wrapping on up. Jake Grout with the quick time, and Jake Grout himself on a roll here. He picked up last week's win, so Grout on 3 in a row. We'll see if he can make it 4 here tonight. But first, we gotta go over our starting order of the heat race. Johnny Barker in the number 6 Valvoline machine will lead us to green, with Steven Rockford in that Uncommon Deeds H2O 66 machine starting to his outside. Then row number 2, Logan Powers in the 31 Ryko machine with the 49 of Jake Grout, the man on a mission here the last couple weeks. He will start 4th. 5th rolling off on tonight's grid will be Scott Rockford in the 77 with Shane O'Neill, and the 12 starting in 6th. 7th going to Philadelphia in the 99 machine with Brandon Guerin in the number 4, not making the call here for the heat race, but he would roll off in P number 8. If you're looking to find out more information about this league, be sure to check them out on their Facebook page. That is with the 802 iRacing page. As we get everyone sorted on out, we get them all lined up, and we get ready to roll as the lights go out on the Southern National Raceway. Next time by, we are going green flag racing for this 10-lap heat race. This track usually one groove, but we'll see how these late model stocks handle it. The iRacing pace truck heads down pit road and off of turn number 4. The field on the loud pedal. Steven Rockford with a great start. He will clear Barker into turn number 1. Rockford shot out of a cannon. He goes to the race lead. Now Jake Grout tries to clear the 6 and looks like he will on corner entry. Oh man, Barker a little bit loose, now loose off the corner as the field tries to charge on around him here early. Now Shane O'Neill to the outside of Barker. They go side by side down the backstretch. This is the battle for P number 3. As out in front, Rockford leads the way. Jake Grout trying to reel him on in, but now the rest of the field under a blanket. And these guys know they got a little bit of racing to do, because a full field invert when it comes to this 50-lap main event. As it looks like Barker gets his feet underneath him, he's able to drive in front of Shane O'Neill, so Barker has the racing lane to himself. Now Logan Powers to the inside of O'Neill. That's the battle for P number 4 on the speedway, with Delphia right on the tail of that 31 machine if Logan Powers does get around that 12. Looks like down the backstretch, Powers will get clear. Now Delphia will sail it on in there, get a nose to the inside of the number 12. O'Neill gets a big run though, but not able to close the door. They go side by side down the backstretch, door to door. As now O'Neill is sliding on back just a little bit. He slides back to P number 6 if Delphia does complete the pass. But we will have to see as we get already 3.5 laps left in this heat race. As Barker gets a big piece of the wall off of turn number 2. You can see the right front damage to that car. That allows Logan Powers to get on by and get into this top 3 here with under 3 laps to go. O'Neal concedes the spot to the 99 machine. Now Barker under fire from Delphia. Delphia sends it on in there. Oh, Rockford big time sideways in the back. That is Scott Rockford as Steven Rockford continues to lead the way that time by that 66 machine. See Popsicle sticks up in the air. 2 more laps to go. Now the white flag out. We keep an eye on this great battle for P number 4. Delphia still trying to make that inside line work. Barker not giving up the spot easily. They go door to door down the backstretch through 3 and 4, but out in front, Steven Rockford picks up the win, and this drag race to the line, Delphia picks up P number 4 from Barker. Barker slides all the way back to P number 5, as that will do it there for the heat race, as we now jump straight into our feature event. Here these drivers going the distance of the classic 50 laps. That distance will actually change for our season finale next week at the Richmond Raceway. So you guys won't want to miss that as we get our field lining on up. And it looks like Brandon Guerin does make the call here for the main event. And Brandon Guerin in the 4 machine will lead the field to the green flag. Scott Rockford in the 77 will start to his outside. Row number 2 being made up of Shane O'Neal down low, with Johnny Barker in the 6 starting in 4th. Ty Delphia and the 99 machine will start 5th, with Logan Powers starting in P number 6. 7th going to Jake Grout, trying to make some more moves, trying to close in that points gap just a little bit more to the points leader. That, of course, being Steven Rockford starting shotgun on the field. He picked up the heat win. We'll see what he can do here in the main event. So that will do it for the starting order. Looks like Johnny Barker having some sort of issues. He doesn't make the call here as it's the wave lap. Get up on your feet, folks. Give these fans a wave, because next time by, these cars going green flag racing action for these 50 laps. As it looks like Brandon Guerin does take the scratch on the front. So front row, Shane O'Neal starting up front, leading the field to green. Scott Rockford to his outside. Ty Delphia in 3rd, with Logan Powers moving up to P number 4. Through 3 and 4, the field will come. The iRacing pace truck makes its way down pit road, and Shane O'Neal on the loud pedal here. We go green flag racing here for these 50 laps. Side by side throughout this whole field, the 6 cars right in a pack. Everyone knows it's go time here early at Southern National. Very difficult to pass on these worn tires, so these drivers going for it from the drop of the hat, and so far some great racing action. Whole field side by side. As further on back, Steven Rockford dives on out of the gas. He'll go to the bottom side, try and save some tires, as everyone else, a roadblock out here, 2 by 2 for the front 4. O'Neal with a slight advantage over Rockford, but Rockford able to roll the middle to corner exit very well and get a great run down these straightaways. So still very even, as it looked like Rockford had a little bit of advantage. Now Rockford does have the advantage, with Shane O'Neal kind of dropping on back a little bit. Scott Rockford could be clear if he gets a good enough run down one of these straightaways. The question is, how much is that right front on that 77 machine screaming for mercy? Is he pushing a little bit too hard here early? But so far, quickest lap of the race going to Rockford last time by, so he's finding some speed in that tied number 77 machine. Still side by side for the race lead, and throughout this pack, I mean, this is some great racing, folks, here tonight at the Southern National Raceway for the 802 BG Graphix Late Model Stock Series. As, man, it's anyone's race here at the moment. The only car kind of hanging on back is our heat race winner and points leader, Steven Rockford, in the 66 machine, just biding his time further on back, not side by side. Everyone else, though, side by side here tonight. Delphia still trying to make that inside line work. Now Shane O'Neal by himself out in front. Scott Rockford still hanging to that top side, as now Delphia looks to the inside of the 77 machine. side-by-side battle for P number 2, and you got to wonder, are those tires going a little bit on that 77? As now Logan Powers looks to the inside, they go side-by-side for position number 3. So it looks like Scott Rockford sliding in the wrong direction here. Still strung out on this top side, but Shane O'Neill leading the way over Delphia in that 99 machine. Already over a fifth of the way done in this race, and that time by Delphia with the quickest lap of the race. So he's getting some speed. He's chasing down our race leader here. Let's ride on board with the 99 machine. See what's making this car so quick as he tries to chase down tonight's race leader. And you can see he's able to get that car cut down low and, man, dive it in there deep. He makes contact with the race leader. He's able to somehow hang on to it, but that loses a lot of time to the race lead. Now Logan Powers tries to go around that 99 machine on the top side. So Shane O'Neill under big pressure, but able to get one there, not going around with that contact, and able to now get a gap over Logan Powers, who's now going to try and reel in our race leader. As Delphia, you got to wonder, did he knock out the toe on that car? Man, Jake Grout getting every inch of the racetrack. I think he's hit the wall now 2 times down the backstretch. We'll see if he can make it 3 in a row. As he almost gets a piece of it there, as they continue to be side by side for P number 3. Top 3, Shane O'Neill, Logan Powers, and now Jake Grout does get clear of that 99 machine. So Grout takes over that spot. Now Stephen Rockford trying to get around that 99 as, oh man, Delphia with a good run down the backstretch. He's able to get that to the left rear, but that time doesn't get the run off the corner. Now under fire from Stephen Rockford. We ride on board with Delphia here, looking back at the 66 machine, who is charging to the back bumper. We'll see if Stephen Rockford can make a move here in the next few laps as he gets right to the back bumper of the 99 machine we're riding on board with. So far, Stephen Rockford, the 66 machine, not able to make a move, but Delphia a little bit high off that corner. Now Stephen Rockford looks to the inside, gets a nose on corner entry. They go side by side now for P number 5 is contact as Stephen Rockford gets shot down the track there. Rockford gonna have to gather his marbles and try and go back on the attack on that 99 machine, but up in front, we got a 3-car battle for the race lead. Shane O'Neill has got caught by pretty much the whole field now. So you got to wonder, is the handling starting to go on that 12 machine? Can he make that back bumper wide enough that no one's able to get on around? As he pushes wide that time, that almost opens up the door for our second place driver. You can tell Shane O'Neill's mirror drive, and he's driving that car in very deep, trying to get away from these cars, and that's going to do the exact opposite. That's going to have him fall in the clutches. Now Logan Powers to the inside, to the left rear, now trying to get up door to door. They'll do just that, going down the backstretch. Further on back, Stephen Rockford able to get it to the inside of that 99 machine. Now Jake Grout fills in that inside hole of the 12 machine. So Grout trying to get clear, not quite, but by turn number 3 he does, as now Logan Powers takes over the point. He'll lead the lap with 23 laps to go. Jake Grout right on his back bumper. And here comes Stephen Rockford in the number 66 Rocket. Rockford able to get clear of Shane O'Neill. Now Delphia trying to get around that 12 machine. So Shane O'Neill, that handling falling very dramatically on that 12 machine. He goes from the race lead 5 laps ago, now all the way back to P number 5. As we take a look a little bit further up, we see the battle now. Jake Grout, does he have much left in the tank? Does Logan Powers, is he saving right now and waiting until Grout goes on the attack and then uncorks that 31 machine? We'll have to find out. Both these cars, well, everyone in the top 3 have been to victory lane at some point this season, but Jake Grout, 3 in a row coming in here tonight. We'll see if he can make it 4, but has a very fast 31 machine he has to try and get around. So everyone's single filed on out so far. No yellow flags here tonight. Heat race was clean and green. Same with the feature so far. It's just as I say that, I believe the 77 machine having a little bit of issue, but gets that thing righted in the right direction. We stay green flag race in action. This time by the field, we'll see 16 laps to go in this race. It looks like everyone just has enough what they came in with. No one really pushing the envelope. We're going to ride on board with Jake Grout, see how he's working this wheel here as we get 15 laps to go. And another thing to keep in mind, folks, you see Jake Grout up 5 positions from where he started. Well, we take a look at the standings, folks, and all the cars in that group in the top 3 have moved up 5 spots. Logan Powers, Jake Grout, and Steven Rockford all up 5 positions. So I believe the biggest mover award will go to Logan Powers if he's able to hold off Jake Grout, just because he's the highest driver up on the field from the biggest mover. You can see Steven Rockford starting to fall from these front 2, so Rockford, maybe that car handling going a little bit, but this time by, we see 2 open palms from the flag man. 10 laps to go. As Grout got a little bit tight off of turn number 4 last time, pushed up towards that wall, lost a little bit of gap. Once again, a little bit wide, so he's losing time ever so slightly to our race leader, Logan Powers, and that might have him fall in the clutches of Steven Rockford as Jake Grout pushing that car to the absolute limit as we get a yellow flag on the speedway here late in this race. It looks like Shane O'Neill with some damage to that number 12 steel machine. We're going to go try and take a look, see what happened to that number 12 to bring out our first caution of the night. I believe it happened here in turns number 3 and 4. Shane O'Neill comes into this corner and it looks all right here. He's up in the middle groove, and then all of a sudden just some sort of issue. He comes to a complete stop, so not sure what kind of mechanical issues he kind of had, but gets it back rolling. So this will be interesting here. Caution laps do not count here in the BG Graphix 802 late model stock series. So we'll see these guys have a 9-lap shootout here. Logan Powers gets lane choice, and I assume he'll choose that inside lane. Jake Grout then will have to hang on to that top side, as that will be a tough order to ask, especially this late in the race with these tires very worn on these late model stocks. As this time by, we'll see the 1 to go signal, and it looks like Logan Powers takes the top side. I don't know if I agree with that one, folks, as we'll see how that shakes out for that 31 machine. That moves Jake Grau almost, I like to think, in the catbird seat if he can get any sort of good restart, especially stay to that inside of that 31 machine. I think it could be his race to lose as the iRacing pace truck makes his way down to the pit road. We jump on the loud pedal. We go back, green flag racing action. Logan Powers does what he needs to do. He's able to get the great jump and get about a 3-car length advantage down the backstretch. Ty Delphia trying to work over Steven Rockford on that top side. Front 2 single file, but the battle for third continues. Delphia able to find some speed up top, but Rockford shorter distance around the speedway. He's able to get a half a car length advantage, now a full car length advantage here with 6 laps to go. Like I said, I think the outside line's doable maybe for a lap, but man, it is so tough to hang up there, especially for multiple laps. As this time by, Logan Powers will see 5 laps to go around the Southern National Raceway. Powers just has to hit his marks for these last couple laps, not let Grout get into striking distance, as we see 4 laps to go, about a 3-car distance to our second place drivers. Grout gets a piece of the wall. Now will fall in the clutches of Steven Rockford. Rockford right on the back bumper of the number 49 machine here with 3 laps to go. Logan Powers out in front, just searching for grip. Now, big time wall hit to Jake Grout. That opens up the door for Rockford, as Rockford now, biggest mover. Grout tries the crossover. He gets to the inside. They go side by side here with 2 laps to go with a little bit of contact. Grout trying not to give up this position easy, but Rockford able to sail it on into the corner here with the white flag out. 1 more lap to go around the Southern National Raceway. Logan Powers still searching on around, but I don't think it'll be enough for Steven Rockford to get the spot, as we'll head through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Off the corner they come. It will be a photo finish, but Logan Powers picks up the win. And man, what a finish there, folks. Logan Powers, Steven Rockford, Jake Grout rounds out the top 3. As we go to Logan Powers, burning it on down on the front stretch here, folks. Don't go anywhere, because after this, we will be talking with our race winner. So don't go anywhere, folks, but Logan Powers burning it on down here on the front stretch. Whoops. Well, we're back now, folks, as we'll be talking to our third place finisher, Jake Grout, here in just 1 second. So we'll get Jake here in the booth and talk to him with a wild race, especially to that finish. Jake, do you got a copy? It's Brett the Jet here in the booth. Alrighty, Jake. How was your night? We missed last week's broadcast, but heck of a run you're on there, Jake. 3 in a row. I mean, that's got to feel pretty good. You come away tonight with a third place finish, but man, some awesome racing. This car looked very tight though here tonight.
Yeah, the car was really tight. I probably could have had someone for Logan, but he would just get too checked out on the restarts for me to be able to get there, and it's disappointing, but happy to see that it was one of the Vermont racing guys.
Yeah, it's always good to see those guys down in victory lane. You guys are always very fast, that Vermont sim racing guys. Heck of a group. You guys very quick. And Jake, yeah, let's talk about the last couple weeks. I mean, 3 in a row. I mean, that's got to do a lot of confidence to you. And man, I mean, turning it up strong late in the season, that's got to feel pretty good.
I mean, it feels good. However, I know I could have done better this race if I just could keep it off the wall, not be so tight. Could have saved the tires a little better, but also if I can learn and come back to use it.
Yep, this place very tough, as we saw Jake, you using every inch of that racetrack down the backstretch. I mean, I lost track how many times you hit that wall down the backstretch, and then off of turn number 4, it seemed like this thing was a plow truck, especially by the end of this one.
Yeah, it definitely was. I mean, I was just trying to keep it in the 3rd position. I know if we went any longer, I probably would have fell back even more. I think last time I hit the wall, it definitely broke the right front. Because I was running 8-1, I had the wheel upside down, so definitely not how it should be.
Yeah, that's a lot of wheel in these cars, especially 8-1. Man, yeah, luckily only 50 laps here tonight, Jake. You walk away with a 3rd place finish, so congratulations on that. Always a pleasure talking to you. But before we let you go and celebrate the podium position, I'm going to go hand over the mic to you and thank who you got to thank on this 49 machine.
I gotta thank Arkham Setup Shop, Ryan Kuhn, Casey Viatti as always, AW Clark Builders, JNS Sales Service and Rentals, Studio 10 Wraps, Justin Brooks Designs, White's Heating. I think that's all of them.
Alrighty, Jake. Always a pleasure talking to you in these post-race interviews. You do a great job, and keep up the good work. And we'll catch you for the season finale next week at Richmond.
All right, thank you.
Alrighty, folks. That was Jake Grout finishing in the 3rd position. Now we head to our runner-up finisher. That is Steven Rockford. And, of course, our out-of-the-woods Crafts biggest mover of the race. Steven, you got a copy?
Hey, Brad, I got you.
Alrighty, man. We were off last week, but come back to some great race and only 1 yellow flag. Tell us, I mean, you picked up the heat win, and then from the feature, that looked pretty wild. Tell us a little bit about your race.
Yeah, so I started near the back after winning the heat race. Just saved my tires. I knew that it was going to be a little bit tough to pass. So I was just riding for probably like half the race, just saving my tires. And then I saw that Jake was starting to turn it on, and Logan was starting to make his way to the front, so I figured I'd follow those two up there. Had a pretty good battle with Ty. And that was pretty good. And yeah, just kind of followed them around till Jake made a mistake and capitalized on that. Super weird. I almost want to say Logan's car was turning off or something. Like, you'd hear it go, and then you'd just hear the engine cut out.
Wow.
And I don't know if he was having some issues or what, but almost got him there at the finish.
Yeah, I tell you what, a wild finish for sure with you guys. Photo finish to the end. All 3 of you guys right on top of each other, and Steven almost stealing one away from there late. I mean, you got to feel pretty good finishing 2nd here tonight. I believe you finished 2nd last week as well. So you're batting 1,000, let's say, for the podium positions when it comes to these races. Only 1 more left next week, the season finale at Richmond. How are you feeling about that place?
I haven't raced Richmond in these cars, but I'm sure it's going to be pretty decent. I think it's 100 laps. Hoping to see some more cars out on the track. Maybe we can get some more drivers in here, kind of fill it up for the last race, and have some fun. But yeah, I'm hoping that it's slick like it usually is at Richmond, and we can put on some more side-by-side racing like we did tonight.
Yeah, that would be awesome. As tonight, some great racing throughout this field. Like you said, Steven, a lot of side-by-side, a lot of great battles, especially watching you cut your way up through this field. And tonight you come away with, once again, the biggest mover award in the feature event, getting around Jake Grout at the end, because you guys were all tied 5 positions up. But with that pass there towards the end, you move yourself to the lone 6th car up. That's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah. Actually had some decent pressure this week for that award. I think Joey Logano says it's a privilege to have pressure. So it's having a good time in this league, and yeah.
Awesome stuff, Steven. Well, before we let you go and celebrate your runner-up finish, I'm going to go hand over the mic to you and thank who you got to thank on the 66 machine.
First and foremost, I got to thank Ethan Tyrell. He's been on me all week long about getting on here and practicing with him. I think this is his absolute favorite track. I hate that he couldn't be here tonight, but he's probably down at Delphia's Dogs, slurping up a nice how you doing dog or something. He's really been helping out our team. Me, him, and Logan were practicing most of the week just to come out here and have a good run. And gotta thank Delphi's Dogs, of course, down in Waterbury, and just Vermont Race Team in general.
Alrighty, awesome stuff, Steven. Well, we talked to you again for another time this season. Hopefully you can make it 100% average next week at Richmond. Steven, you have yourself a great rest of the night.
You too.
Alrighty, folks, that is our runner-up finisher and our points leader, Steven Rockford. Now we head down to the victory lane to talk to the man of the hour, Logan Powers. Logan, do you got a copy of Brett the Jet in the booth here?
Yeah, I got you.
Alrighty, Logan, tell us a little bit about your race. That car looked hooked up throughout this race. We saw a lot of cars get tight, blow out that right front, but Logan, your car seemed pretty good, at least till those last 5 laps.
Yeah, it was decent. I was actually surprised I wasn't burning off the right front more than I was. These tracks are definitely tough on tires, and I just tried to keep a straight wheel and get to the bottom as soon as I could after they single filed out and got the track position, and basically rode it all the way till 5 to go. And then oddly enough, I have a button on my wheel that I was bumping, actually, that was like cutting the car in and out. So I came off a 4 and bumped that, and all hell broke loose.
Yeah, we heard from our second place finisher, Steven Rockford, saying, man, it almost sounded like Logan's car was shutting on and off, and I guess that was truly the case. I mean, Logan, lucky to sneak that win away with that issue, but that was a photo finish nonetheless to finish this thing off.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I'm actually glad it happened in front of Jake and Steven, because I felt like I owed them one, so that was kind of funny how that happened. But at least they weren't too mad about it and everything, and we were able to still walk away with a win.
Yeah, that another win on the season, Logan. That makes it, I believe, I want to say, win number 3 on the season. So, Logan, a lot of wins this season. I mean, what makes this thing so quick, and what was the key here at Southern National?
Well, it was just saving tires, but just putting in the work, the usual stuff, getting on here and racing when we can. And Ethan Tyrell actually helped me out a lot this week, just logging laps and trying to help me save my stuff. Same with Kyle Streeter. They've been huge assets to our team, and it's fun to get on them with them, almost every night and duke it out, and I've learned a lot from them.
Yeah, always good to have some race practice coming into these nights to make sure you got everything dialed on. And, well, Logan, huge congrats on the win here tonight at the Southern National Raceway. I'm going to go hand over the mic to you down here in Victory Lane and thank who we got to thank that brought this 31 machine home the checkered flag.
Well, I just want to thank the Vermont Race Team. That's pretty much all we're down to now is racing against each other, but everybody's kept good spirits about it and at least keep this thing going, give you something to watch. So I got to thank everybody there. Delphia's Dogs in Waterbury, Vermont, big sponsor of the Vermont Race Team. I think that's where Ethan probably was tonight, but unfortunate he couldn't make it. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. You guys for putting it on, and hopefully we can rub some fenders and if I have to put the bumper to Jake next week, I will, because I'm about sick of him. But yeah, no, Richmond should be a good track, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, Richmond, 100 lap season finale. It's going to be an awesome one. So, Logan, huge congrats on your 3rd win of the season. You have a great rest of your night, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you at least one more time this season. Logan, have a great one.
Thank you, sir.
Alrighty, folks, that was Logan Powers down in Victory Lane, picking up his 3rd win of the season. So that would do it for post-race interviews. Now we'll head over to our race results. Logan Powers in the 31 machine picks up the win. Stephen Rockford, our points leader, will finish runner-up and keep that streak alive. He'll finish on the podiums every single week. Jake Rout in the 49 will finish 3rd. Ty Delphia in the 99 machine will finish 4th, and Shane O'Neill in the 12 will round out the top 5. Scott Rockford in the 77 will finish 6th. Brandon Guerin in the 4 will finish 7th. And Johnny Barker does not make the call for the feature event tonight. He will finish in P number 8. So, folks, got to thank all you guys tuning on in here live on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Be sure to tune into Turn 3 throughout the week to get a lot of great coverage of a lot of great series and different broadcasters. Of course, here at the 802 iRacing League series, we got to thank, of course, the title sponsor, the BG Graphix, for providing these late model stocks to race this season. Also, got to give a huge shout out to Out of the Woods Crafts for that biggest mover award. And I hear the sea a little bit. We, of course, got to give a huge shout out to Riptide Radio for that cold hard cash being presented to a select driver from the qualifying efforts. And, of course, tonight we're in it right now. The post-race production being brought to you by the Sim Racing Podcast with Greg Driass. That will do it here for me from Brett the Jet here from the Turn 3 Racing Network. Be sure to tune in next week as we have the season finale, 100 laps at the Richmond Motor Speedway. You won't want to miss that. So everyone take care, have a great week, and we'll catch you same place, same time on the Turn 3 Racing Network for our season finale. You won't want to miss it. I've been Brett the Jet, and I just flew by you. Have a good one.